Mahirap po maging isang magulang lalo na sa panahon na ngayon. Kaya naman meron tayong parenting panel para pag-usapan the difficulties of being a parent in today's age, especially with our Filipino children. So, Dr. Joyce, let's talk about the parenting styles that are specific to our Filipino culture. Because as we know, when you grow up in a Filipino environment, there are things that are specific to our culture that are different from others. What can you say about how your parents have raised you compared to how you're raising your children today?
Well, I'd like to start with, I think that becoming a mother, I've learned there really is no such thing as a perfect parent, and that when I'm getting my daughters ready for school, for example, in the morning, I have a choice. I could, if we're running late, I could yell and say, you need to get in the car really soon. The bad part about that is that I feel bad about yelling, and then they feel bad, and it doesn't turn out. But then I could try other kind of tools to maybe take a deep breath, and maybe we can set up routines the night before to make sure that they have what they're going to wear. And so I think there's a choice in how we parent our kids, and just to know that there's no such thing as a perfect parent, just like this.
And they model your behavior as well,
yes,
right?
Exactly.
I mean, if you keep yelling at them and yelling at them, they're gonna start yelling at you, and then it's like this. Diba? Masakit sa tenga, right?
Yes.
That's what they say. It hurts your ears. Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Joyce. Kimler, what can you say about parenting in terms of that's specific to our culture?
Right. I think that especially when it came to my own mom, it was very important for her to be like the rock for the family. And so she always presented herself as the perfect parent, kind of, as being very strong and not having any problems or being tired. And I think that that's something that, creates a gap in understanding. And I think, children need to understand that their parents are working very hard and trying to work and, and are making a lot of sacrifices. I think if I had understood that more as a child, I would have sympathized more with my parents and all the difficulty I'd given them growing up. And now that I'm an adult and working, I'm like, wow, this is tough work. Yeah. And I think, sharing that with your family is a way to encourage communication.
Right. Okay, so I can tell my kids, do you know how many shows I taped today? Please give me a break. So it's okay to be able to communicate what's going on in your life too, so that they open up to you. Okay, wrapping it up, Don, you're a family therapist. You see a lot of Filipino clients, and you're talking about this template, that they don't have a template to be able to open up. What if you don't have a template? What do you do then?
Well, let me answer as a son of a father who's also an eldest, and he had a very strong template that I had to challenge and kind of change a little bit. So I had to eventually speak what I wanted to do, change my career from an engineer to a therapist, and that involved a lot of dialogue, a lot of confrontation, a lot of breaking the I don't talk, just listen kind of template. And I think we forged something very different. And we're still working on it, but it's important that you're always a son and you're always a father or a mother and daughter. So we're always working on it. Yeah. And so that's what even to this day, we're working on it.
Oh. Thank you, Tita Frida, for coming in with your son. It's so amazing to be able to share your story so that people that are watching also see that it's not a perfect situation, this whole parenting and, kids. So, okay, before we go, we also want to show you a flyer that's happening. Dr. Joyce, can you tell us about this event?
Yeah, so we're developing high quality programs for Filipino families with children ages 6 to 12. So if you're interested in learning more, please contact us. We'd love to hear from you.
All right, thank you so much, Kimler. Thank you, Dr. Joyce, Don, and of course, Tita Frida for being here for our second installment of our parenting panel. We hope you guys learned something, and I promise we'll have them all again very, very soon. Don't go away. We'll be right back here on Kababayan Today.
Thank you.